This weekend I don't have to water my plants. They're all taken care of.
We've had a lot of good rain this week, but it's really drying up pretty fast.
It is, and you know, after we see this rain for late tomorrow night, we are looking at a possibly longer dry spell coming up, so you'll have to do some more of that watering by hand.
Lovely.
All right. AC bills are going to go up. Here comes the higher water bills.
And they, you know, it's
Hello,
very
summer.
possible. Yeah.
Hello, summer.
But not the bills. The good news is that at least at night it's been cool enough that maybe you've been able to leave your AC off and crack open a window. As we look outside over the Ohio River right now, our big weather story is that rain arriving for late tomorrow. Also, our temperatures that are going to be increasing next week. We do anticipate being much warmer as we climb into the middle 80s by this time next week as we get ready to close out the month of May. Here's a look at our national picture. There's rain to the south of us, rain to the north of us, and some much needed rain off to the west of us. The Four Corners region getting some of that much needed drought relief right there. But you see that line that's kind of extending through Minneapolis at the moment? It's this right here. That's a cold front, actually, a very large one that's slowly pushing eastward at the moment. That's bringing us our next chance of rain, which is tomorrow. Futurecast for the rest of tonight going to be quiet. We'll notice clouds increasing a little bit, maybe a couple of isolated sprinkles tomorrow morning. Otherwise, you can plan on things being dry for a good chunk of the day. It also paints a mostly sunny sky for tomorrow afternoon. I think we're going to see a little bit extra cloud cover, which would probably keep our temperatures down into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. So no rain during the daytime hours tomorrow. But as we head into our evening hours, we'll watch that rain slowly start to make its way south and eastward into our region. And by late tomorrow night, this is really Saturday morning at 1:30, we'll have some pockets of stronger downpours and maybe a few rumbles of thunder. No severe weather, but notice how there are also several dry pockets in here as well. The rain isn't going to be uniform, and not all of us will see the same amount of rainfall. The highest totals and the heaviest rain likely going to be to the south of the Western Kentucky and Bluegrass Parkways, and the heaviest rain really is centered along the Cumberland Parkways. But by 9:30, a lot of that rain is exiting the area. Skies will start to clear out fairly quickly behind it. We'll be left with some slightly cooler temperatures Saturday afternoon in the lower up to the middle 70s with sunny skies. So I don't think the ground is going to be necessarily totally muddy. But we could have some muddy patches in there, especially if you live a little bit further to the south. As for those rainfall totals, well, it's our southern friends that could see up to an inch, maybe even a little bit more. Meanwhile, if you live north of the parkways, probably about a quarter of an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain at the most. But long term, over the next 6 to 10 days, wetter conditions off to our west, but we are looking at likely drier conditions for us here in the Ohio Valley and as you head up into the New England area. But of course, we could still see some changes to that weather pattern between now and then and have some of those smaller kind of popcorn thunderstorms that we experience sometimes in the summer on a daily basis. Hometown forecast for tomorrow, those temperatures near 80 degrees, not too humid, but we do see increasing humidity values for next week. 78 on a Sunday, Saturday being the driest day we have for a while, into the lower 80s every day next week with plenty of sunshine to go around.